What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the podcast where gaming, stories, and pure energy comes together. I'm your host, Sinjoh, the Pokemon expert, bringing you competitive insights, battle strategies, and everything happening in the Pokemon world. Today, I got an amazing squad with me, starting with the grinder, the worlds of RPGs and shooters, Rich Gaming Live.
Yo, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
All right. And bringing the darker vibes to the mic, the storyteller who lives in the shadows, Moonlight Kitty. What is up?
What's up, guys?
All right, cool. So we have a little segment going on that we want to start off with. Everything's going on with our communities. So obviously, I'll be talking about the Pokemon community, what's happening, what's going on, and what's happening in the channel, as well as Rich Gaming over here, giving you the insights of Diablo 4, RPGs and shooters. And of course, last but not least, Moonlight Kitty will give you the insights of all horror stories from horror games, genres, and all that good stuff. Be prepared to get scared. All right. So without further ado, let's get started. So we want to go ahead and start off with obviously the Pokemon community has been a huge uproar ever since Pokemon Champion has came out. It's been a strictly VGC formatted, meaning singles or doubles, and it's going to be the prime show for the Pokemon Worlds of this year. So two things is gonna happen. I'm gonna be joining the VGC tournament in August for the 2026-2027 season. So that's my rookie year. So be sure to check that out over in my channel. Other news has been going around. Pokemon Unite. I know not really people play Pokemon Unite like that, but Pokemon Unite has some good things coming. You have Meganium, Typhlosion, and Feraligatr coming on to. They're starting on April 24th all the way down to May 22nd, so make sure you catch that. Also, for those who I don't know who plays this game, but if you're one of those people that plays this game, Pokemon Master EX has started a new Pasea academies where you're gonna be checking out new characters, new battling formats, whatever. Not sure anybody plays that, but throwing that out there. And last but not least, for the Pokemon community, you have Pokemon Go's community locks. So you have Paldea, you have Galar Pokemons, you have especially different different forms coming into the game. So be sure to look out for those community days, always happening on Sunday. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give it over to Rich Gaming. See what's going on over in the RPG, shooter, and Diablo 4 newscast. All right, take it away.
All right, I'm gonna take it away. You guys know what's going on with Diablo 4 content this coming 2 weeks from now on April 28th. We got the Lord of Hatred DLC coming out with release date at April 28th, 2026. The story is wraps up the Age of Hatred of Arc. Following Mephisto's return and manipulation of Akarat's followers, features Lilith's first return back from the base since the base game, teaming up with Wanderer to stop her father's schemes. That's something new. New region Skobos, a Mediterranean-inspired island with lush forests, volcanic coasts, and major cities. Two new classes: the Paladin, Holy Warrior with Aurora's conjurations in the Tyrol-inspired Arbiter form. And then we got the Warlock, an exiled demon summoner with hellish energy, summoning demonic legions. Other features: level cap raise at 70, erotic cube charms, talismans, war plans, echoing, hated fishing, and loot filtering.
Hey, what's up?
With that pre-purchase of Lord of Hatred grants immediate access to the Vessel of Hatred story, the Paladin class, extra stash tab, 2 character slots, and 3 World of Warcraft Midnight Decor items. During the Season 12 Season of Slaughter, all players could try the Paladin class for free. That was this past month, uh, March 11th through the 18th.
Ooh.
Now we have recent teasers. As a new animated short, Lord of Hatred, on Nightmare's Wings, features Queen's Ardana's dark vision of war and destruction, foreshadowing Mephisto's influence on the expansion's darker tone. For bottom line, expect a major story push in April 2026 with the Lord of Hatred expansion introducing Skobos, the Paladin, and Warlock classes, plus deeper endgame systems. If you're a Diablo 4 player, pre-purchasing now will give you early access to the Paladin and the expansion story. Now, in the community guidelines, says here,
Yeah, we don't have to worry
by the way,
going
I
with
get
that.
all my stuff from Bing, guys. I don't want no copy infringement later, but I get all my stuff, all my info from Bing. So, for what's going on in April and then what's going to be expected in May. So, in April, or this month, should I say, of course, we are expected the new DLC to drop. And then season 13 is expected to follow the usual 3 month rotation, but will be the post expansion season that builds on the new world classes and systems introduced in the Lord of Hatred. While Blizzard hasn't yet detailed season 13 exact features, we can expect new quest lines and story beats tied to Lord of Hatred narrative, possibly expanding on Mephisto's influence and the climactic confrontation. New activities and dungeons to explore and explain the world, including the new region tied to the expansion story, updated gear and loot with new affixes and rewards, likely integrating the expanded skill trees and loot filter system, and seasonal events and leaderboards new in 2026 to encourage competitive gameplay. Lord of Hatred expansion highlights the new classes, the new region, new enemies, and environmental challenges to match the escalating threat. System updates, skill tree reworks, level cap increases, loot filters, and expanded build customizations. So, and then what May 2026 will look like in season 15 with fresh story content, dungeons, and seasonal events. It able to use new classes and systems from Lord of Hatred, engage in leader board driven activities and competitive modes, possibly participating in IP collaborations announced in 2026 roadmap. All right, so that's basically it for Diablo 4 content. Now,
That's a
if you
lot of
want
content right there.
more into depth into the DLC and what's going to be going on and what's happening, you can always go to their YouTube channel at Diablo or Blizzard Entertainment and look at their 30th anniversary content that they put out for you for that. And now we're going to go ahead into the RPG community. And RPG, what is the latest? Since the RPG gaming world is buzzing with updates across both video games and tabletop role playing. Video game highlights RPG site reports that Death End Request Code Seed is coming to Switch in Asia this year with English support alongside with Switch 2 RPG news and guides.
Oh, that
Hades
sounded cool.
2 comparisons. Huh?
That's kind of cool. It's going on the Switch too. The Switch.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it's alongside with Switch 2 RPG news and guides. Yep. It's going to be
mm,
coming to Asia in Asia this year. So Hades 2 comparisons across PS5, Xbox Series X, Switch 2, Switch 1 PC, and Steam Deck are underway, focusing on visual performance and features. Pragmata is getting a DLC guide covering additions, upgrades, cosmetics, and Ambio with Switch 2 performance
get the cat.
updates.
Get the cat.
Arknights Enfield 1.2 at the Wake of Spring launches April 17th, which is what, tomorrow?
Should be.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, April tomorrow, concluding the ruling story arc and adding new operators and factory building features. Crystal Fall, a free-to-play online steampunk action RPG launched in Steam Early Access with multi-founder packs. And RPG fan covers PAX East 2026 highlights, including the I'm sorry, the Gaia Mayhem. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Uh, Brigadine Abyss, the Spirit Rancher demos, plus Arcadia Fallen 2 review, and with an indie farming RPG watch list, upcoming release like Fight Life, Vanguard, Ruin Lander, Early Access, Mundile Stardive, April 15th, and Gothic 1 Remake. And that is it for the RPG Awards and Community. The 49th Annual Origins Awards 2026 finalists have been announced, recognizing the tabletop RPGs. So that's it for RPG system. Now for the shooters and VR.
That's a lot of. That's a lot on that RPG side. Damn.
Oh, oh yeah. Latest shooter game news from the month month of April. What's happening now? Battlefield 6 remains the flagship FPS title, with
Yeah.
developers in phasing map quality over quantity and continuing to release seasonal updates like Season 2 Nightfall, the latest patch 1.2, and adds new weapons, balance tweaks, and seasonal content. For Call of Duty, Black Ops 7 Season 3, with major anti-cheat crackdowns and new weapons reshaping the meta. Overwatch is launching its Switch 2 edition alongside Season 2, introducing new heroes and map changes. Borderland 4 is active with weekly updates, shift codes, and new content. Halo is in the news for the upcoming remake and console platform changes with designer commentary on gameplay. And then Aliens Fireteam Elite is the standout PC co-op FPS, praised for its blend of sci-fi action and multiplayer depth. Now, what to expect next month in May? The strongest job is apparently not a hero or a sage, but an appraiser, provisional, legend, and
Mm.
mystery girl. Arena shooter for PS4 PC releasing April 23rd, 2026. Saros, action adventure shooter for PS5 releasing April 30th, 2026. Time Crisis, fast paced shooter for PS4, PS5 releasing May 1st. Arch Wizard, hyper shooter with exploration elements releasing June 1st. Gallipoli, a World War One multiplayer shooter confirmed for 2026 release. And then finally, with War Dogs, modern military shooter with 100-player sandbox battles confirmed for 2026 release. So that is it for shooters. Now let's go to the VR. Latest battle royale move, April. Fortnite remains predominant battle royale in April 2026, with Epic continuing to push seasonal content, collaborations, and competitive modes. The chase greatness in Fortnite Arena's ranked battle royale is live, and the game is teasing a Toy Story crossover, which it's already going
Oh
on.
yeah, I remember the Toy
New
Story
skins
crossover.
and possibly new gameplay elements for
Yo, can you imagine
Save
Buzz
the World
Lightyear?
goes going to free to play April 16th, 2026, after nearly a decade. However, the month has also been unmarked by massive layoffs at Epic Games. Over 1,000 employees cut, with CEO Tim Sweeney citing a downturn in Fortnite engagement and highly operational costs. Developers are asking players for patience as the pieces as they pick up the pieces for the rest of the year. Other Fortnite updates include V-Bucks price increase to help cover rising costs. Chapter
Oh my
7
god.
full praise for balanced adaptability and collaborations with Star Wars, Peak, Hercules, and Cyberpunk 2077 in development. For Apex Legends, this is the kicker. This is what I'm loving about Apex. Inactive in 2020, April 2026, with Requal adding wall running for the limited time event. EA has confirmed that a bigger, more meaningful Apex Legends 2.0 is on the table, though no release date is set. The game is also revisiting. Get this, also revisiting its launch battle royale mode for nostalgia. So we're getting season 0, baby. Season 0
I
back in
mean, they
Apex
have to,
Legends. Oh
they
my
have
god.
to come up because of Fortnite, man. Because Fortnite is still strong. Fortnite's still strong.
Yeah, it's still strong. For Call of Duty Warzone is undergoing the back to basics battle royale update called Black Ops 2, aiming to simplify gaming. So that is what it is for battle royale. So,
Now my thing is this: like, where's the outrage when V Bucks goes to like $50 a pop? Where's the outrage? Come on now.
right,
Like yeah, like these
right.
people outraged because everybody's like, oh, well, I gotta pay $30 for Pokemon Champions membership a year. Well, $50 a year. It's a year, but yeah, you want to spend V Bucks like crazy? Come on now, like where's the outrage for the V Bucks, man?
Yeah, I got something. I got something for you too. Now expected for battle royales in 2026 when you're ready to hear this.
All right, we'll come back to that one, but let's go turn into the dark side over here, Moonlight
Let's
Kitty.
go
What
to
is
it.
going on in the horror community, man? Let's talk about that. What's up?
Hey guys, so if you want to go ahead and start out with the Dead by Daylight, so speculations have been going on about a K-pop horror chapter that has been introduced back in 2021, but they are bringing it into 2026. Basically, it's the Trickster's Delusion.
Oh,
Um, the survivor's name is
Uh,
more like the K-pop Demon Hunters kind of vibe.
okay, so
Right.
who?
Well, it's like a K-pop.
Okay, that sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah. And if you're more like knowing about the 2v8, they are coming back to the 2v8 as well.
Hmm.
Have you guys heard about the 2v8? It's more like the two killers versus eight survivors. So instead of just a one killer four survivors, they got a two killer versus eight survivors.
Yeah, I really don't know how that works though, but I'm really interested to see how that works. I'm really am.
Oh, it's just very
Yeah, I even from playing Dead by Daylight, I still yet to play the 2v8. I still haven't
I've
even
played
tried
it multiple times and it's fun. Honestly, it is very fun to play.
Okay. Now there has been a. I'm sorry, but we'll talk about this right here about Dead by Daylight much more later. But there's been a controversy going around about tunneling. I know I'm pretty sure y'all guys knows about what that means,
Oh
but
yeah,
we'll talk about
I
that
hate fun.
in a minute. But let's go ahead and let Moonlight finish off to see what else we have going on in the horror community.
Good.
Alright, this is not really horror, but it's in the horror realm. So let's go ahead and continue on with the Batman series. Speculations are saying that there's going to be a new Batman game. Batman Arkham Shadow is in the works. But I'm like, isn't there a Batman Arkham Shadow already made?
No,
Anyway, are you sure?
I guess I'm not sure. You know this.
Arkham Shadow.
Arkham Shadows. That's
Alright,
kind of
so the Arkham Shadow people developed would most likely be a VR only experience. You guys have VR and it's
ah.
mostly going to be for that. Like no PC, no Nintendo Switch, nothing. Only going to be on VR only. Like the MetaQuest, MetaQuest 2, MetaQuest 3, and so on.
That's probably why you
Oh,
haven't
okay.
heard about it because we don't really play with our Meta Quests. Because
Right.
I still have it over here in my closet that's been collecting dust like crazy. Like,
Have you used it?
all right. There's anything
But
else
now,
for the
moving more on
shadows?
Batman. So, Mark Rollison, who voiced the Commissioner Gordon in Arkham Shadow, has confirmed they are about to start another one of the Arkham Shadow series. However, recent reports indicate that planned sequels project by Fanzero Games was scraped up after Meta's layoff shut down the studio. Campus Plus only resources
What is
are
going
now
on with all these
limited.
shutdowns in
Now only
studios?
its focus is most on Meta's new hardware.
Like, what is going on with these shutdowns, layoffs, and all that stuff? Yo, the gaming industry is just going down with all these layoffs and all that stuff. What is going on?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So,
It's not.
Outcome Shadow, VR only, but it's only for the MetaQuest. That makes no sense because you have the PlayStation VR and then you have, I guess, the Xbox VR, if you want to call that. I don't know. I don't know who plays Xbox. Y'all can quote me on that, whatever. Anything else?
Um, that's it about for those two games. Not much on any of the other games as well. Only the FNAF one that they did for the Into the Pit. You guys have seen the FNAF Into the Pit one? They have been doing recent updates on that one as well. Like the Mimic into it, honestly.
Oh,
The
okay.
recent wars has suggested that Mimic isn't just one of the threat, it's becoming the core of the series going forward.
The whole theory of FNAF is just. I have no idea. Okay, so if you want to have a really good discussion over here about any of these topics, Pokemon, Diablo 4, RPGs, shooters, BRs, horror, or whatever, go ahead and start leaving them in the comments down below. And if you want to hit up Rich, or go over to his channel, Rich Gaming Live, or check out his Twitch channel where he'll be streaming tonight.
Yes.
All right, yeah, tonight at 11 o'clock. Always go ahead and give him a shout out, give him a follow, all that good stuff, and definitely check out Moonlight Kitty for those spooky stories. If you're into those type of, or just chill back, relax, and just put them on. You know what I'm saying? But if you definitely want to check out some actual Pokemon content, you know the spots. Sinjoh here, gonna give you some nice ones. We also have a video plan for this upcoming days. It's a massive video. It's taken me a while to finish, but it's gonna be big. We also have a lot of stuff going on. So before we get into the next segment, I gotta talk about the tunneling. The controversy was going on about in Dead by Daylight. Considered tunneling is when a killer um trap hooks a survivor and then I guess what is it like tunnels to the next
Focuses
hook.
the killer focuses on that same player all the time.
Okay, so yeah, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. You can watch this on. You can find this on a TikTok. I don't have okay TikTok on X or Twitter or whatever. I don't have the actual video, but you can find it. I'm not part of the Dead by Daylight community, but this is what I saw on TikTok, and everybody's saying the tunneling is just like yeah no. So the story goes is that there was the events, the blood container event or whatever it's called.
The Blood Moon event.
Yeah, the blood
The
moon
blood moon.
event. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
there was these players was playing that event, and then apparently a killer did the tunneling the first time in the match, and then now it just went like, oh, you're tunneling. Oh, play the game respectful. All this that and the third. So I, as a non Dead by Day player with two Dead by Day players, what are your thoughts of this tunneling thing?
To be honest, I hate it. When I play Survivor, I it's the worst thing you can do because see with Dead by Daylight, the ranking system is not fair.
Okay.
And most of Moonlight, it's not fair at all. It's like a percentage that where you can like the other day I was playing it right, and I had a certain amount of blood points, and I had a certain amount of points on each of the stuff that we needed to get a pip, what we call a pip, like to level up to the next. One game I had over 300 and something blood points, and I had enough points to get a pip, but I don't get a pip, right? But then the next game I get less blood points and lesser in the. I don't even get an iridescent, and I get a pip.
Oh,
So you try to make that make sense.
Make them exist.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like make it make
make it
sense.
make
Like,
sense.
do I do
Okay,
a lot
so
to not make anything, or do I do less just to make something?
okay, so the thing about tunneling, which what was the whole thing
Mm-hmm.
about it, is like most people hate it because they're not getting the points that they need, but you're
Yeah,
playing as the
because
so
like yeah, because the thing is, it's supposed to like you're supposed to do like you know like how you call those? Help me out.
I'm like, so what do
Gotta
you
do.
what do you think about the tunneling fiasco? Because for a non Dead by Daylight player, tunneling I think is for me tunneling sounds fair. I mean, you're trying to kill, you're trying to survive. You're trying to kill the survivors. So I'm like, okay, you're the killer. That's what your job's to do is to stop them. But yeah, there's another way
Mm-hmm.
to do it. But why tunneling? Like you said
Because the
tunneling.
thing is, are you asking me or are you asking me?
Both of you. I mean, because tunneling is like you said is you kill one, you hook them up, and then
Right.
you leave. Though
This
you're the killer, you leave, and then they unhook them, and then you come right back, and then you hook them up again. I mean,
And I know
that's.
Moonlight would agree with me with this. I know Moonlight would agree with me with this because the thing is that why we hate telling so much is because the killer, regardless either who if he's telling the person, he's still getting points for that. While you're not.
I mean, that's the
As a
point of the
survivor,
killer.
you're not getting the points.
Isn't that the point of the
So
killer?
that's why it's yeah.
They're farming. It's basically like camping, but more like they're going away. They do an update about the whole camping situation. There was a lot of killers like face camping some survivors, and so when Dead by Daylight updated, they did a whole like bar system. If the killer was in front of the survivor, he started out as a bar, and once that bar went up, that survivor would go ahead and unhook themselves right into the killer, and they had like 5 seconds to run away, or they had 5 seconds to be
Yeah,
safe
it gives
and
you like
all
a
that good
five
stuff.
a 5% least
So
something like that would be good.
okay, I kind of understand what you're saying, but from my, like I said, I don't play Dead by Daylight, and I just see it as you're the killer. You're trying to get all the survivors. So
Right.
like I don't see the problem with that. I'm like, yo, if you okay, so let's say this in a scenario. You have the four survivors. You have four players. One is level 100 or whatever. Another one's like level 50. Another one's like level 2. And another one's like level 32. Okay. So as the killer, wouldn't you go for the weakest link, which is the lowest level, and then just try to get them out because it's like, hey, you suck. It's not. I don't know. It's not like noob crushing or whatever it's called, but that's the weakest link. That's the one that don't have, you know, all the perks unlocked now. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna target you because you don't have all your perks. So I'm gonna farm my kills on you. Yeah, the level 100 or level 99 player has all the perks unlocked. So yeah, it's gonna be hard to catch that person because whatever. So I'm not gonna aim for that person just yet. I'm gonna aim for the one that don't have no perks. So yeah, but then again, it's like you have these players in the community saying like, "Oh, that's not right. That's disrespectful. You gotta play respectful." Okay, like I'm the killer. I'm trying to kill you. I'm trying to win the game for me because I'm the killer. I understand the survival. Like I know the survivors ain't gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you could hook me. Yeah, you could hook me. Yeah, you want your points. Yeah, you could hook me. Yeah, I don't care."
Well, to be fair, the killer also needs to know that just killing won't get you points either, and just you hooking the killer won't get you the other points, the other tasks that you have to do to actually get higher points and actually get hit and leveled up. Also, like there's tasks that the survivors have to do in order to get a lot of points in order to level up, and so does the killers do too. Like killers, that they have to break down um, it- uh, uh,
Blanks.
engines that are like already like
Well,
that are
yeah, like
halfway through the
okay.
thing.
So I don't know how the map's set up and all that stuff, but you have the let's say you have a hook and then you have like 30 meters. You have a
Generator,
engine,
yeah,
a generator,
sorry.
whatever. So if I'm playing as the killer, I'm gonna find a weak one who's working on the generator, get him, hook him, go back, destroy the generator. They come rescue him. I see them getting rescued, so I just okay. So I finish over here. I got two people over here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get those two people, and
but
they will complain about like, hey, that's tunneling. How if I just left? Like,
but Don, this is the thing. You, as the killer, you don't know what perks these survivors have. You don't know who's the weakest one,
right?
who's the weakest link, and who's the. So that's the problem, and we don't even know what the killer has either. The only thing that we have an advantage as a survivor is if there's a hex totem,
The
and
what?
that's like a special perk for the killer that they can either have barbecue chili, which barbecue chili is where they can actually see us in Aurora. They can actually see us on the map the whole time, and they'll know where we're at, and they can find us.
And that's when Michael Myers comes in with his little scary spook jump scare.
Or Ghostface just comes with no radius.
Oh my god!
Like,
But okay, so I like, so yeah, I mean, you have perks that helps you catch and all that stuff, but the whole thing is like, w- isn't that the job of the killer is to eliminate all the survivors to get the points? Like,
yes, it is. But the thing is, that thing is to make it fair for everyone, so that everyone can get a point system. Because remember, the ranks every 13th they regenerate. They go
okay,
back down to zero.
so for those who are listening, who's in part of the Dead by Lake, who is part of the Dead by Daylight community, and wants to get your um points across or whatever, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section, and we'll talk about it in the next video. All right, so it is time for our second segment. Our second segment is all about original versus remake, remaster, and remake. Right? I said it right? Remade, remaster, remade, or remake. Remake, remaster, remade. There you go. There you go. Boom. All right, we got a few games that has been remade, remastered, and remade. Um, Obviously, for those who are been around the community, Final Fantasy VII is one of the biggest one that has been completely overhauled in a remake section. Then we also have games like Metal Gear Solid, who has been remastered for like the collections and all the good stuff. And then we also have um, remakes games like I don't know, I can think of off the top of my head about the remakes, but like let's
Remakes like Resident Evil.
I would say Resident Evil was more like a remake because it
Yeah,
has
it's a
been
remake.
updated graphics. I'm talking about remade as in like The Last of Us.
Oh, like a remastered?
Yeah, like a remastered.
You have God of War 3 was remastered. Um, The Last of Us. We just got a new one. Zero Horizon Dawn. Whatever. Horizon Zero Dawn was a
Yeah,
remastered version.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah,
Okay.
that got remastered. That actually looks really nice.
One of the big ones that has been remastered was Halo. Halo was a remaster in
Yeah.
the Master Chief Collection for
Mm-hmm.
the Xbox One series.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a really big remaster. And then PlayStation came in and
Yeah.
were like, "Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and take that."
Yeah. Basically.
uh, like most of the Halo games has been remastered. Not remade but remastered. Um, in that sense. But the game that I
Mm-hmm.
really want to talk about that I played personally that has been kind of like a really like it shows really good stuff was the Metal Gear Solid series. So for
Yes.
those who like doesn't understand, Metal Gear Solid was a tactical espionage game back in the 1998 for the PlayStation under Metal Gear Solid, but that is not the first Metal Gear. Obviously, you have Metal Gear 1 for the Game Boy, Metal Gear Solid 2, Snake's Revenge for the Game Boy Color, and then we went into like Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, Snake Eaters, Peace Walker, and so on and so forth. So since I played these games, the first game was Metal Gear Solid on 1998 for the PlayStation 1 that has been remade, remake with updated graphics to the Nintendo GameCube. So instead of staying in the PlayStation era, it actually went back to the Nintendo era. But again, it went back to the PlayStation era on Metal Gear Solid 2 with the Twin Snakes graphics. Then Sons of Liberty and Snake Eater has been updated with a collection in a remaster in the Metal Gear Solid HD collection for the PlayStation 3, Xbox, and the PlayStation Vita. And then you have Snake Eater again. There was a remaster in last year for 2025 for the PlayStation Xbox remake. It was a remake under the name of Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. The reason why I want to talk about it is because these streamers or content creators, influencers who plays these games came up with the most ridiculous content ever. Have you seen this? Oh, if you do this, oh, if you do that. Bro, we knew that 10, like literally 21 years ago when the game first released in 2004 for the PlayStation. Why are you telling us old news? Like that just shows my age right there. Like, bro, like, oh, if you don't kill the end, he will die out of old age in Metal Gear Solid Delta. We know we done that so many times back in 2004 when Snake Eater came out. Like, we know, and like they say that, oh, if you do this, then yes, we know. We had this before. We played this before. Why are you recycling content for the same game? Just remaster, remake. Like, it's just a remaster of a remake of the original Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. It's just called Delta
Right.
Snake Eater. So it's just little gripes of mine that it's just been keeping up. But anyway, that's besides the point. The other gripe that I have, and I know everybody will probably hate me for this, It's in my field, and it's the Pokemon Generation 1. God, I'm tired of Generation 1. I honestly am. I'm, yeah, I can say that, but I'm really tired of Generation 1. Like, give us Generation 2. We got a remaster of Generation 4, which I'm happy. Not a lot of people like those games. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Not a lot of real people like them, but I do. I enjoyed them. Just give me a remaster of a remake of Generation 2 and just call it a day. Yes, they already did it with Heart Gold Soul Silver, but look how many games they did for console. You got um Red and Green. That's the very first one. Red and Green. And then you got Red and Blue. And then you got Yellow. Then you got Fire Red Leaf Green. Then you have Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Like, come on now. Too many remasters of the same generation. Like, yes, we got Generation 2 for Fire Red, for Heart Gold Soul Silver on Gen 4 graphics, and then we got Chibi Generation 4 Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Whoop de do. Where's my Switch? Where's my Switch game of Pokemon? Let's say Legends Arceus type style or Pokemon ZA's type style of Soul like Heart Gold Soul Silver. Like, give us that. I want Generation 2 again. Don't give us Generation 4. We already have Generation 4. Don't give us Generation 5. I don't really like Generation 5. Yes, I'm going to get a lot of hate. I don't like Generation 5. Simply because I don't like their Pokemons. The Pokemon does not make sense to me. I I try. There's no there's not a single Pokemon in Generation 5 that I will sit there like, that's my favorite. There's none. I could pick Generation 1, 2, 3, 6. I could probably pick like one or two from 6, 7, like one or two, 8. I got a whole bunch of 8s and 9. I'm just waiting for Generation 10 to see what I kind of pick. But other than that, I have no favorites in Generation 5. Sorry. Generation 5, everybody says it's the best Pokemon game ever. I disagree. That's just me.
I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry, John, but I gotta stick with my first gen. My boy right there, Gengar.
I don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You know, I'm saying like I got Pikachu right over here, but don't get me wrong, Gengar. But I'm just saying the 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 amount of remakes of Generation 1, it was just like like come on. That's we got like 10 games of it.
It's the nostalgic reason.
All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a chance to go ahead and talk about the your favorite remakes and original games versus the remakes. And I gotta go ahead and check on something real quick. We'll be right back.
Okay.
I mean, quite honestly, like, Oshawa is in Generation 5. How can you just, like, hate
The
Oshawa?
Oshawa.
Like, Pokemon is inspiration.
Right. I think that was that's a cool generation too. I think they're all cool in their own sense of way.
And then the
Mm-hmm. Even like the ones that are even like the Galarian ones and the Molian ones are pretty cool too. Like their generation.
Oshawa
yeah.
suck.
Oshawa, really?
Oshawa,
Oshawa, really?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why Oshawa sucks. Okay, it's an otter. Let's get it out the way. It's an otter that has a scalp as a weapon. His whole thing is samurai. That's his whole gimmick. Is samurai. He's just a how do you call it? A lone like one of those persons that start out like training with a blade, and then he comes to the samurai who has the dual blades and all that stuff. Design wise, awesome. They gave him his suing form, awesome. But he just doesn't hit the mark with me. Don't get me wrong. Like, oh, what about Snivy? Snivy is out of all the grass type Pokemons, and trust me, I do adore grass type Pokemons. Obviously, grass is green on the other side. I do love my grass type Pokemon. I prefer Turtwig over Snivy.
Mm. I'll do that too, though. I ain't gonna lie. I prefer it to it.
Think
I
about
beg
it.
to differ on that one.
Think about it.
Beg
Yeah,
to differ.
if you look at it at a if you look at it as a different okay, so like you have a snake versus a turtle, bro. That turtle is gonna be massive, bro. That turtle for me is
Yeah,
massive.
that'd be alright. I still stick with my first year. I'm going for Bulbasaur.
All right, getting back into topic, we have a couple other ones that we have been seeing. Obviously, the Mario Brothers has been updated since inception, so we learned about that. Final Fantasy VII came from the original Final Fantasy VII back in 1997, 98, and the remake is just pure bliss. That is like the best Final Fantasy game that is up to date. I did get to play it a little bit. I didn't really got into it like that because I'm not really into Final Fantasy like that like I used to be,
Yeah.
and it sucks. I wish I was into a lot of RPG games. Um, but uh, yeah,
I got some things for that.
go
You want
ahead.
me to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the Final Fantasy VII original versus remake. Players' opinions and deliverable results. Most players agree the original is a must-play before the remake, but opinions on whether the remake is a bust or a success are split. Many see it as a polarizing but ambitious modern re-imaging. What gamers say? Play the original first. A large portion of the community recommends playing the PS1 era of Final Fantasy VII before the remake, as it's the stealth sequel that builds on the original's events and references things you won't understand otherwise.
Hmm.
Remake is polished but different. Many players praise the remake's visual, music, and combat polish, but feel it doesn't look, sound, or feel right compared to the OG. Some mods are used to restore the original look and feel. Story difference. Hmm?
I was laughing because they got the mods that look like polygons back in the day on the modern console.
Right, right. Story differences. The remake takes liberties with the timeline and adds new layers, which can be confusing without the original context. Some fans dislike the pacing. Shinra's headquarters segment inserts in narrative choices, polarizing reception. Reviews and players' sentiment are mixed. Some call it shockingly good game if you're fine with its style, while others say it's 10 times the cost but not 10 times the game. Ooh,
I mean, thinking
two
about
co-
that,
two covers perspectives. Is a few players who never played the original still found the remake compelling enough to enjoy their first Final Fantasy VII experience.
mm,
So
my
I'm gonna tell you
opinion.
my experience.
Yeah, yeah, go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
go
tell
ahead.
you from my experience of me playing the original back in 1997. I believe it was 1997. It was the game.
It
Like
was.
it captivated you like right away.
It was.
Once that first scene, like the first scenes when you see Eric and then it just hands out and then you see the whole Midgar,
See,
it captivated.
speaking of that one, like I thought the whole game was made inside Midgard. I thought like, okay, so we gonna be able to go to different towns. We gonna do that. I thought the whole game was there until I got out of it. I'm like, oh, it's a bigger
Mm-hmm.
world.
It expands off
I was
of
like,
it.
oh
Like it's
wow, it is a
a whole
bigger
bigger
world.
world.
For me, for
Mm-hmm.
me personally, I was a chocobo breeder. Like I was breeding all the chocobos until I got that golden chocobo, and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
done. I got
That
the.
was that was the whole that was tough though to try to get all of the chocobos like the mountain one, the
The
river
mountain, the
one,
ocean, the river, and the golden.
and then the gold chocobo to go anywhere
Yes, and that's
at like the round table. That was always the task.
that was my thing. Like I made
Yeah,
like a couple of
that was the
golden ones.
game. The original was the game for a while. And that's why it won a lot of awards back in the day.
Yep.
And
So,
that's what I recommend players to do is to play the original.
oh, always got to play the original. All right. So I know we're leaving Moonlight out of the conversation, but this is another one that was come taken out. The Batman Outcome series. It was remade. Well, I don't think it was remade. Let me double check and make sure it wasn't a remade, but a remaster from the original. What's okay? Okay, so the Batman Arkham Asylum and City was remastered into Batman Return to Arkham. Do you have that game, or is just that's the collection edition?
I don't have that game, but I didn't know anything about that one.
Because Batman Return to Arkham, um,
Awesome game.
it's a collection, which is the Batman Arkham bundle or collection, and Return to Arkham it is the remastered version of Asylum and City using the Unreal Engine 4 for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Additionally, both games included all previously released DLC content and features improved graphics, upgraded models and environments, as well as improvement in the lighting, effects, and shader. I guess that's like the collection, or because I know we have the Alchem trilogy for the Switch.
Right. Yes. The
So
one that has Asylum, Night, and
City. So pretty much it's just like, hey, if you ain't bought Batman Return to Arkham in 2016, let me give you a trilogy over here in 2023. You get all three of them with the same updated graphics. So what was the whole point? Like, do you not see the point? Because if you look at it, um, Final Fantasy VII from polygon to smooth models, updated models, and then you have Alchem trilogy, blocky, how you call it, stiff, and then they're just like, let me update the graphics here and there, but never actually the movement of Batman. Like, cause I played Alchem, was it Asylum? Yeah, I played Asylum
yeah.
back in 2023. No, not 2023. Oh, when it first came out. When did it first
That
came
came
out?
out before 20.
I think that game came out in 2016.
Yeah, that came out like
2016, 2017 or something like that. That whole
Not
Arkham,
Nights,
that
not
whole
Nights.
Arkham was like pre-COVID.
2009. Asylum came out in 2009, and instead of
Yeah.
updating the whole thing, they just remaster it to a whole new thing. They just change the graphics, but everything is still
Oh yeah,
stiff.
that's right. It did come out like for like PS3, right?
Yeah, it came out for like PS3 and all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff.
PlayStation 3 or something like that. Yeah.
But the whole thing I'm saying is like it's still stiff. Like I'm playing, I'm like, why does Batman still stiff? Like he's like, ugh, 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 and then
Like he's
moving.
working
I'm
out.
like, yo,
So they
is
said, Dookie,
like
my
if
busted
I have a
Batman.
Switch 2 for crying out loud, and I'm playing PlayStation
Right.
3. What is going on? Like, oh my god, that's what I mean. Don't
Yeah,
get me
and that'd be on
wrong.
the developers to just do the whole, reimagining, doing their magic.
I don't know. It's just like weird. So, we have 10 minutes left on the clock, and I know everybody's tired. Everybody want to go to bed and all that good stuff. It is kind of late, but remember, Rich Gaming live, going live on Twitch.tv/Rich Gaming live over at Twitch. Catch them up at 11 o'clock. Last question of the night. if you had to choose a game to remaster from the original files to remaster it to the modern consoles, that means the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, whatever, I don't know, whatever Xbox Series they got, and the Switch 2, what game would it be? Go.
Go ahead, Moonlight, you first.
That's a tough situation. I have no games that I would like to remaster. That's the thing. They're all fine. They're all good. Like the way they are.
I got we got like what, a list of games that we need to remaster or remake.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like
Yeah.
I will start off with four: Parasite Eve,
Nice.
Heavy Rain, um, Legacy of Kain,
Yes.
and for me personally, I would probably see something down the line like as a game like I really want to play. I don't really know off the top, but those three I definitely want to see a remaster. Like those three. Like I want to see a remaster in those three. Like I can't stress it enough. Like oh, and Pokemon Generation 2. Like come on now. Give us BDSP, not Chibi, more like uh ZA Arceus Generation 2 games. Like please give us that.
Like you're watching. If you guys are watching, please.
But in all honesty, Dino Crisis was one of them. So Parasite
Oh,
Eve,
Dino
Dino
Crisis is
Crisis,
another one.
Legacy of Kain, and Heavy Rain. Now, why do I say Heavy Rain? I don't know if anybody was on the PlayStation 3 era, Heavy Rain was one of the very first launch games for the PlayStation 3, or was it the PlayStation 4? Not sure which one, but
Yeah, it was PlayStation 3.
the concept of Heavy
Mm-hmm.
Rain was phenomenal. It actually used the whole entire controller. You had to use the whole entire controller, and the sequence of it is just like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
am I watching a movie or this is what is this? I mean,
My wife actually played that game. It was her
that
one of her favorite.
it's like
playing that game.
it's like Until Dawn and the Corey, but
Yep.
psychological. Like you have to
Yep.
remember shit. You have to remember
Yep.
what you was doing. What you was doing at 3 o'clock. You have to
You know
remember
what's similar to
everything.
Heavy Rain too? Erica. You ever played Erica?
No, I know. I play Heavy
Yeah, that
Rain,
game is crazy too.
but yeah, Heavy Rain. That's another one. Obviously, Parasite Eve, not 1 and 2, both of yeah, and Parasite Eve 1 and 2, beautiful. I mean, you will like it because it takes inspires from Resident Evil. So if
Mm-hmm.
they have Parasite Eve 1 and 2 as Resident Evil 8 and 9, oh, chef kiss, beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Going into Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain, I will say that as a God of War treatment, remastered,
Mm-hmm.
because I do feel like it's
Yeah.
a God of War feel. Like when I was playing it before, it had that God of War feel. So I will definitely say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, give it that God of War feel, remaster it, remake it, whatever. Just
Give it
needs
like a
it.
God of War feel with Assassin's Creed too. As well.
Yes, get that Assassin's Creed going on there. Yeah,
That open world feeling. You know.
yeah. Bring that like the vampire world. If vampire
Mm-hmm.
was still trending to this day, I think they will probably do it. But back since
Fair.
vampire was trending back in the day, in the 90s, in the 2000s, that's why they had Soul Reaver, all these vampire games coming out and all this stuff. So I think if vampires became relevant again, not Twilight. Sorry for all you Twilight lovers. Fuck those shiny vampires with glitter. I want to sparkle. No, fuck those. Fuck out of here. They ain't real vampires. What was his name? Patterson, right?
Yeah,
Robinson?
Patterson something.
Something
The Batman, the
Patterson.
new Batman, the new Batman.
Yeah, bro. Sparkle. Sparkle.
Mhm.
Sparkle.
Sparkle.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck out of here, bro.
to be
Pa
fair,
carajo te
like
voy a ir con
I
esa
ain't gonna lie.
mierda.
played a good Batman.
And then what else? What you got? And I know you got a couple of games that you want to see remastered, remade, and all that good stuff back from the original.
For me, out of the Final Fantasy series, I really want to see
Don't
Final
say 10.
Fantasy
Don't
8
say 10.
remake.
Oh, okay.
And 9 is like in rumored remakes that they're already in development with 9. Um, we already done a remaster of those games, so
I would
basically
say that.
remasters are just like just giving it a little bit more color and the graphics a little bit more shinier, whatever.
I'll say if they
But
give it to the Final
ooh,
Fantasy 7 treatment, then for 8, that would probably be good.
yeah, like the remake, like how they did 7 remake,
Uh
do
huh.
the same thing for 8 and 9. That'd be dope. That'd be so dope. Um, Resident Evil's already taken care of. They're already doing their. I would like to see Outbreak. The Fall Outbreak.
Oh
That'd be
god.
dope because since we have online now, like it's an official thing for online, that shit would be dope. To have an actual online game story mode to beat with players, that'd be dope.
No, it won't. I'm sorry, it won't.
Why not? Why not?
Because you have to play those games. You have to play with friends. You cannot play with
Right.
randoms.
I mean,
Like
you can play with randoms
then they
as
have
well,
to.
like you did on the original, but
Then you had to
at least to
coordinate.
have it remade, like a remake of it,
Mira,
or a remastered version of it, or something, that'd be dope.
you had to coordinate like crazy if you're gonna play with randoms because Jesus Christ, you know how many griffers is gonna be on that. It's gonna be
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
like you come like yo, let's go, let's move, we gotta get out. Like no, I want to plant. I want to plant.
Outbreak would be nice.
Oh my God, it's over.
Another one I would like to see a remake of would be Twisted Metal, the original Twisted.
I could see that. I could
That'd
definitely
be
see that.
dope.
But they have
Like
to
tweak
like
it up a little bit, like tweak it different, like for like how to do like tasks and stuff or what you got to do. Tweak it up a little bit, make it more fun to play.
Twisted Metal. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Twisted Metal
All right,
Battle
all right.
Royale.
Oh,
Straight up, Twisted Metal Battle Royale. You customize your car.
That'd be a fight that who wants to
You
be sweet
you customize your car.
to.
You pick. You're like, all right, let's play. You say you play Outlaw. You have Outlaw. That's your main car.
Mhm.
You
Right.
customize Outlaw the way you want it, and you
Okay,
use
yeah.
that for the battle
And
royale.
color it how you want to color him and everything. Yeah, that'd be dope.
It's a Twisted Metal Warrior Battle Royale. It is the epitome of battle royale right there. Like last man standing, perfect.
Right.
Like that's it. It's just
With
Twisted
with
Metal's
with
battle royale.
with a collab of how you say that? Yeah, Rocket League. With a little bit of Rocket League, a little
Ah,
collaborative with Rocket League.
nah,
That'd be dope.
nah. Rocket League, nah. I mean, at least you didn't. At least you ain't. Like I said, like at least you ain't said Fortnite. Fortnite Twisted Metal.
Oh, come
Come
on.
on.
Fortnite, they can have their collaboration.
I'm gonna be
They can
Buzz Lightyear going
they can
around with a
take the
shotgun.
originals out of that.
I'm gonna be Buzz Lightyear. I'm like Woody. You wanna go out? You wanna run the shotgun? Pump that, Woody.
And you
Pump
see
that.
J2 come out of nowhere like, hey there, my friend. How you doing?
To infinity and beyond. Boom.
So
Oh
before we
man.
end this, Moonlight, what do you want to see remake? Before we shut this down.
I had nothing to honestly remake.
Nothing?
Because I don't really play the older. I don't really play the older games.
The only Oh, I got one. I got one. A remake of Double Dragon. We
They
need a
actually
remake of Double Dragon.
they actually had one of those. But it was like back in the day, not like modern, but like Xbox. Xbox had
But we
that.
need a remake for the newer gen now.
Uh,
So
uh, that's crazy.
Have you ever heard the lollipop cake?
You yeah.
Yeah. Have they ever made a remake of that one?
No, they haven't done the remake, but I mean that could be one you can actually go for.
I know my wife would probably want Catherine remake, a Catherine remake, or Alice in Wonderland type of the Alice one. Remember you ever played that horror one, the Alice
Yeah, I seen that.
or Wonderland, whatever it was. That shit was a pretty dope game too.
Yeah, I
I
seen
know
that.
she would probably want those as remakes.
Alrighty then, that is it for today's episode. We're gonna wrap things up here for today's episode. I'm gonna give a big shout out to my co-host Rich Gaming Live, bringing in the heat from the RPG world and shooter. Definitely check them out at twitch.tv that Rich Gaming Live. Yeah, I know I'm a lot, but it's all good. Also, Moonlight Kitty, keeping things chilling as always. Go ahead and check out her channel when you get a chance. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to follow, subscribe, and share it with someone who's into gaming, horror, Pokemon, just like you. Got topics you want to us to cover? Dropping them in the comments. We're always listening, man. From all of us here, I'm Sinjoh, the Pokemon expert. See you next time.
Can I give one more shout out?
Yeah, go
One
ahead.
more shout out though.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I want to let you guys know that my boy Rip Galleon is coming out with new music for me for the stream. So be on the lookout for that. So you guys, if you guys want to follow him on YouTube, it's at Rip Galleon on YouTube. Okay.
Speaking of that, you want to go ahead and try to get him on the podcast one day? Give him a shout out for the music. See if he'd be interested in coming in and talk about some music, his music.
Yeah, definitely. I'll ask him and see what he wants to do.
Yeah, give a couple of minutes or whatever. We always get a chance to have opening spot. Once again, if you guys are interested on talking about us or shooting up the breeze, definitely hit up over to Rich Gaming's Discord to join in the fun. You know what I'm saying? We like to chill. As always, we all love to chill. As all from us, we'll catch you in the next one.